Happy birthdays as well. You always find the latest courtyard permanent solution. Out of the box.
Hello and welcome to Radio Waves by todderbert. If you enjoy reviews, comparisons, band scans of new and classic portable radios, then make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon to miss any of my most awesome videos. In front of us we have the Prunus. This is the J-328. It's an FM portable radio with MP3 player and recording capabilities. I got this off of Amazon for $12.99 minus a coupon, minus a special deal, bringing the total cost to $9. Can you still get that deal? I don't know. If I can, I'll put a coupon code. If not, $12.99 is a really good price for this item. Let's check it out. Multifunction digital MP3 radio speaker. Okay. Model number says L328. Well, this is actually a J328. I'm guessing this is one of those models where you can put any name you want on it, and they just haven't changed the box yet. So here we are. FM radio recording. Has SD card. It has repeat play, folder selection. We'll talk about that. Built-in battery. Yeah, just a cool little device overall. Color choices. They got red, blue, golden, white, black. All right. And the back side, they show a picture in purple. All right. I only saw the black for sale, so I got the black one. Let's go ahead and open this up. Here's the radio. I'll take that out. And then some foam. Get all that out of there. In the bottom here, we have some goodies. Cable. Talk about the cable and some instructions. There we go. Empty box. I was using this because my red on red was messing up the camera. So let's move that out of the way. Okay, let's see what we got here. We got a cable. This is pretty important. This is your charging cable to charge the radio, and it's for audio in. This radio utilizes the extra pins that aren't used in the data connection for your audio connection. So there is no line in jack because this radio is really small, so they opted for this specialized cable. Don't lose this if you want to use your recorder for line in devices. This is really important because probably most of you are going to buy this for recording capabilities. So there you go. Next we have the instructions, which are pretty basic. I really worked this radio over. I kind of have a basic idea on every function, so I'll just kind of show this in the camera. If you need to pause and look at something, there you go, in case I miss it, which is a possibility, because there's a lot of functions with these buttons. But there's power supply, not very important. Let's see, radio reception. There you go, if you can read that. We got music playing with a TF card. On the other side here, it's pretty basic. Let's just go really quick here. Let's see, it's more about playing your off your card. Okay, it doesn't really give a size limit, but I'm guessing 32 gigabytes. I usually use 16 gigabyte cards. So it does not come with the SD card, so you have to provide your own micro SD. But you can pick them up for like $5.99. And there you go, body induction. This human body induction is actually very important when doing FM. When I was doing my test, if I held it a certain way, it was actually getting a lot of stations. Pretty important setup, I like it. But yeah, you can get those micro SD cards for like, I don't know, $6 now for 16 gig or even less. So here's the radio. We're going to go dimensions. We have a width of 3 3/4 of an inch. We have a, 1 7/8 of an inch. We have a length of 3 3/4 of an inch. That's our longest. It's pretty small. And we have a depth of 3/4 of an inch. So it's a pretty compact package. And having recording is really neat. I love that. Let's do a little size comparison. So I usually bring out like CC Pocket, Skywave. Well, let's try some of its competitors. It's competing against stuff like the Texan Q3. Okay, this is pretty cool, but it's rather large. This has some interesting options because you have line in dedicated instead of that special little cable. It's an FM radio. Sounds amazing. This little guy will sound amazing. You'll hear it in a moment. So does this, of course. And this does basically the similar functions as far as direct entry to your FM stations, same as this. But this battery is replaceable. The one in here is not. But again, this is $30 and this cost me $9. So yes, I posted that deal for you guys and hopefully some of you cashed in on it. Here's the next one I wanted to bring up, the XH Data, the D318T. This This one here is pretty cool. It competes with the Q3 because it's around $20. Does not come with an SD card. Neither does this. Again, just want to make sure you know that. They do have an optional SD card that comes with it for an extra couple bucks. It's worth it. This one here is a recorder also, FM radio. It has Bluetooth, so that's also a bonus there. So if you're wondering, hey, what can I get for my money? This is $30. This was, like I said, after coupon $10 or under $10. This is around $20, so it gives you an idea. This has replaceable battery and a regular FM antenna, which is nice. These others have wrist antennas, which we'll talk about. But yeah, there you go. Just want to give you kind of an idea. If you look though, the Prunus J-328 is actually very small, and that's probably key to some people who want to travel light. So there we go. And it's talking about light, it weighs 72 grams. Don't forget to say that. Let's talk about features. There's a lot of features on here. Then we'll do a little demo of this little radio. So right away we have the antenna and the carry strap, so don't cut this off. This is your antenna. Measures about 11 inches total, if I count the loop there. Left-hand side, you also see a spot for the micro SD card. And actually, what I'll do is, we'll do it later, but yeah, I'm going to put 16 gig in there to show you my own files to give you an idea with a little demo. On the front, this is a LED display. It's a simple red LED, similar to the XH Data. This has a similar display when you turn it on. If you haven't seen the review, I'll have reviews for this and the Texan for you to check out. They're pretty cool devices. So you'll have the display, everything you need to know there. Buttons. So you can see we got a back track, reverse track, so you can actually reverse, which is nice. So if you're in a long file, you can actually reverse during the file, which is great. We have, and this is also back tuning. I'll kind of show you how that works. Here, this middle one, we have pause, play for the MP3 player. It's auto scan, so you press and hold this. This is an auto scan radio. The only way to add memories to this radio is to press and hold auto scan and be in a good location with your antenna, holding it up a certain way. You should grab enough stations for it. Also these back and forth for your presets, and again, I'll show you how that works. And again, fast forward, track forward, preset forward. So these do quite a bit, these three buttons. Over here we have mode select. So you have your FM radio mode. You have your TF card playback, for your MP3 player. You also have auxiliary mode in when you have your auxiliary connection in, which we'll hopefully be able to show you that too. And then I believe that covers most of the modes there. Over here we have the numeric keypad, which I had to use to do the FM reception report, which we're going to touch on. I'd enter each frequency in because this does not have a simple tuning. You can't just tune, station by station. You can seek with these buttons, but you can't tune single stations, which is a hassle because the seek tends to skip stations. So I had to manually enter each frequency all the way up. And it worked. I found quite a bit. We'll tell you the results. But that's pretty neat. You can enter a direct frequency. And this is also to enter your preset numbers and also to enter in the file numbers when you're in MP3 mode if you know what files you want to get to. If you look here on 1 and 2, it has F back and F forward. That's the folder mode when you're in SD card mode. I'll try to touch on that for you. Repeat function key. I believe this repeat function key is all single and all in one folder, which is good. So it has 3 modes. Recording. Recording's fantastic. You can record the FM radio, and it records in stereo, by the way. And also I'll talk about the headphone experience and how that works. This will also record your auxiliary in stereo. Notice that. Rates 128 kilobits per second at a resolution of 32 kilohertz. Give you an idea, and that's all your recordings. There's also a microphone built into this. So if you're on your MP3 playback mode, you have to have a card in here, of course. And you're on playback mode, you can actually hit record while something's playing, and it'll go into microphone mode. And typically you gotta have this thing pretty close to your mouth for it to pick up anything decent. If I'm holding it this far away, it's not gonna pick it up very well. So it's definitely a personal voice recorder, but it's handy if you need it. Lock switch on 0 there, pretty basic. Oh yeah, pause, play also acts as a mute on FM. Again, features I might miss, but there's a lot on here. Speaker at the bottom here is 1.25 inches. It's one of those really high power little speakers. You're going to hear this thing rock for a little radio. Right hand side we have the volume control. It's digital volume control. It's not analog. You'll see the stepping as I tune it up and down, or change the volume up and down. Top of the radio we have the headphone jack. Okay, so headphone experience. There's no low-level hiss, which is really good. The FM comes in stereo on the radio, which is amazing. The only downside of this radio is the MP3 player, when you're using headphones, does not play back in stereo. I don't know why that is. Maybe it's a mistake they made, and maybe they'll correct it. But yeah, the MP3 player does not play back in stereo. Let's see what else we got to talk about. It has good mids and highs, not much on bass. So keep that in mind when you're playing your MP3. It's probably good for voice talk, things like that. But any low, heavy bass music, you're not going to be happy with that. Let's see what else we got. We got our switch to turn it on and off. And of course, we have our input. We have micro USB. It says 5 volt, an auxiliary in. That's how you get your line in, using that same cable. And then right here, we have a little LED. I believe it turns red when it's charging. It turns green when it's finished charging. On the back of the radio, we have the model number. Again, it says L328, which is supposed to be J328. I must have got one of the first models before they made their switch. And the battery is a 500 milliamp hour internal battery. I'm sure if I could pop this open, I could probably replace that battery, but I don't know how to pop it open. There's no screws. I'd probably have to have a special tool. But again, for $10, I'm not really worried if the battery dies. I'll just get a new recorder for that price. This thing is great when you hear it. It has an 8 to 10 hour runtime at 70% volume. Let's see, charging time 3 to 5 hours. So there you go. All right, so let's go ahead and turn it on. Yeah, everybody's like waiting. You didn't turn it on yet. Yeah, I always hear that, but there's so much to talk about. Also, make sure there's some jam in here. Yeah, it's jammed a little bit. Also, FM reception report. Yes, I sat there and entered each frequency manually, which I'll show you how that works. I rate my FM reception report on 5-tier. Fair, okay, good, very good, excellent. Most analog radios between okay and good. This one here is better than a simple analog radio because it's digital. This one rated good to very good. I found 70 stations, 70, by manually entering each frequency. Just absolutely amazing. Using this wire, just this wire, and holding this in my hand. If I had this in my hand, I was holding this, I'd get really good reception. If I let go of the radio and just tried to position the wire, got less reception. So human inductance works. If you want good FM reception, hold on to it like this and move your wire around. That's how you got to do it. And also, FM selectivity was good also, 3-star rating. So this is above average. You will get some bleed over on very strong stations. There you saw I went to the frequency. It's still playing. Just went into power saving mode there, showing you still on FM. So we're on the radio mode right now. So there you are. That's the FM reception. Yes, good to very good. It's like a 3.5-star rating. You gotta love it. So let's see. Let's go ahead and I'm gonna plug in the SD card. So let's go ahead and turn this off. Show you how that works. I got a little 16 gig Samsung. I got some files on here. I usually like to keep some demo music and some old time radio. So we'll demo that. We'll turn this on. To a few minutes.
4, 3, 2, 1. You'll never have the sacred stone. Oh, this you crazy mother.
You can pause. Fast forward.
Kellogg's Pep, the super
7654.
You can back up sometimes, I noticed, with this radio.
2, 1. You'll never have.
Fast forward and then back. got a little demo of the music. Let's show you the folder key.
The Couple Next Door, written by Peg
My second
Lynch,
folder has Old Time Radio.
Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
The Damon Runyon Theater.
The Kraft Foods Company presents Willard Waterman as the Great Gildersleeve.
Hello, Duffy's Tavern. Where do you late, matey? Archie the manager speaking. Duffy ain't here. Oh, hello, Duffy. Well, it looks like spring is here. Yes, spring.
So
And
now
the whole
here, if you're playing
world's
back, you
kinda
can do recording.
Lousy with mother's...
So I'm recording at a distance of about 1.5 feet. It's probably not going to come out very clear, but this gives you an idea of a test. And then when you're done, you just tap the record button to stop it. Recording at a distance of about 1.5 feet. It's probably not going to come out very clear, but this gives you an idea of a test. And then when you're done, you just tap the record button to stop it.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So there you go. Now that's in its own folder too. There's a record folder. So when you're recording FM, or you're recording microphone, or you're recording your auxiliary in. So folder.
The Couple Next
Press and
Door,
hold these.
written by Peg Lynch.
Kellogg's Pep,
Superman.
the super delicious cereal, presents The Adventures of Superman. Faster than a speeding bullet. More powerful than a locomotive.
Okay, so you get the idea. You guys are probably like, okay, it's an MP3 player. All right, let's go to the FM radio. So we're going to go tap to FM. Now, 97.7, I have my MP3 player going with radio todderbert so I can play music.
Oh, this you crazy mother.
So I do have presets.
Listen, it's only been on for 3 episodes so far. That might...
So let's fast forward to Moses, who's given the toughest job any man.
And as they make their outward journey traveling together, they come and pass over a rickety old bridge which goes over the river.
So you can see how that works. I just pressed auto scan. It saved about 35 stations. They don't give you an idea for memory count, but I'm guessing around 50 to 100. I'm going to lean towards 50, but I was able to find 35 with the auto scan in my area.
And as he does so, the boy begins...
So you can see you can go back and forward on presets. You can also scan. Press and hold, let it find the station if it can. It should be able to find something here.
They come in a rapid succession, and then it's time for the issuing forth of life. Birth pains happen at the end. They're not strung out all through the pregnancy.
So you get the idea how that works, the seek.
My life, I heard my mother say over and over and over about...
You can mute. So you can mute the FM radio. Nice.
Moses that I just got. That's the answer to
and of course you can enter your frequency.
So those type things were...
So to change this, since you know I'm not on the MP3 card, I'm going to tap my MP3 player over here, which is being transmitted. There we go. Now I'm going to record this. So I tap record. And now we're recording FM radio. So I'm going to pause the MP3 player that's being broadcast. Let's go ahead and stop recording. There's the recording. So there you go. Goes right to that. So let's go ahead and have some fun. We'll go back to the radio here. I'll turn my MP3 player back on. Jamming. Let's show you the cable. So here it is, the auxiliary in. Don't lose this. This isn't pretty important. So we'll just do it live. We'll put it while it's running. And I'm going to show you how you can record from your radios with this device. I get this untangled here. Okay. So on top here, just plug in your micro USB. And I'm going to take this and plug it into my headphone out on my radio wow. So that'll be cool. Let's bring that in. Turn the volume down for a second. Here's the radio wow.
First win of the year. Thrilling finish at the Indy Motor Speedway at NASCAR. It's the leader, Denny Hamlin, who blows a right front tire and hits the wall and crashes out with 7 laps left.
So now, if I select auxiliary in with this radio, try to keep it apart here so the recording comes out.
WBBM News Time 8:48. An update of traffic and weather together on the 8s here once again, Bo Duran.
Looks like we have some issues in Grundy.
So this sounds really good. So this would be good paired up with, say, a CC Skywave, maybe. Like this, because it's a tuny speaker, but I have the radio all handy. A lot of people have these. So to record this, what I found out is you can actually have the volume all the way off, and it takes whatever speaker volume you have coming out of your headphone port here as your line-in level, which is great. So if you want to record in silence, you can.
Multiple vehicle crashes, so a pretty big mess on I-55 in Grundy County. All lanes are blocked between Gardner and Braidwood.
You can see it doesn't put out any noise.
Use Route 53 instead to get through the area. As we get a little closer into the city, the Edens is okay both directions. The Kennedy is all clear. The Eisenhower inbound 32 from Route 390, 19 from Manheim. No outbound delays on the Ike. The Stevenson inbound now just 40 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, a half hour in from the Tri-State, but outbound is okay.
Turn it off. Stop the recording.
Lanes are blocked between Gardner and Braidwood because of this situation. Use Route 53 instead to get through the area. As we get a little closer into the city, the Edens is okay both directions. The Kennedy is all clear. The Eisenhower inbound 32 from Route 390.
It adds a little hiss to the recording.
The Stevenson inbound now just 40 minutes, 355 to Lakeshore Drive, a half hour in from the Tri-State, but outbound is okay.
But not too bad. So there you go. Goes right back to my MP3 player. So there you go. I think I've covered everything about this little device. It's just a very basic, simple recorder that it gets the job done. Let's go ahead and do final thoughts. Let me turn this off here. Wrong way. So yeah, the Prunus J-328. I mean, for $9, it's a pretty good deal. You can do some basic recording. It's not going to be high fidelity. I mean, if you want a better recorder, I'll tell you what, the best recorder I have is this Q3. Record stereo, fantastic, no hiss. This has an amazing microphone, but it's $30. Some people don't have the budget for something like this. They want something simple. You might just want a pocket FM radio with great stereo playback. This thing's amazing for FM stereo. And you might want an MP3 player to play your different old time radio music on this little speaker. And this little speaker, as you heard, sounds fantastic. So yeah, this gets a recommended buy by me completely. For $10 or under, yes. At $12.99 at the regular price, if it stays at $12.99, is a bargain. Anything higher, you start looking at like the XH Data, this guy here. Yes, it's a little bit bigger and bulkier, but for $20, this is a great bargain. Also because it has Bluetooth. That's a big deal. You're not going to find Bluetooth on devices around $10, but you will when you start spending a little extra money. But that's just to show you the different types of recorders that are out there in FM radios. But this one here fits a purpose. It's very small. That's the big thing. It's microscopic size. I mean, this thing is just, it's a pocket radio. And that sound coming out of here is just great. They're using some high-powered speaker that can handle the heavy bass. It just sounds way bigger than it is, which I love. It has good presets, easy to navigate. You can enter in your frequencies, your presets, your file number on your cards. You can change folders, which I think is really important. And this repeat function, you can do the single and folder all in one folder or all files. I do like the idea of all in one folder because you might have I like to keep all my albums in different folders, and so I can just go to my favorite album and hit repeat that album, and then I'm rocking. I can listen to that album the whole day, which I tend to do. So there you are. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a really cool radio. I mean, if you can find one, I'll have links down below. Pick it up. It's cheap. It's cool. I have links to the XH Data and the Q3 if you're interested in checking those out as well. 2, if you like Prunus radios. So hit subscribe, hit the bell icon, get notified of future ones. Like I said, this is a relabeled product probably from a different company. But Prunus does a pretty good job with their warranty. And if you need help, they're always there to answer questions. And of course, sometimes they give free deals, like 20% off. If I come across those coupons, I'll ask the company. I'll email them since they've been talking to me, which is great. I'll email them, and then if they ever have a coupon, they can send it my way, and I'll post it on my channel so you guys can check it out and get a deal. And 3, of course, comment below what you think about the J328. under $10 as a recorder, FM player, and MP3 player. I think it's a winner. All right, guys, take care, and we'll see you in the next video.